On Monday, we had Iowa. not just a run-of-the-mill caucus. They screwed it all up. So 2 huge stories just on Monday. Then State of the Union on Tuesday, and it wasn't a run-of-the-mill State of the Union. And then Nancy Pelosi added sugar on top of it. Then the next day, we had impeachment, which has only happened 3 times in American history. And the president was acquitted. And then the next day, we had his response. And it gets us all the way here to Friday. And God only knows what happens. We haven't even talked about the locusts that are spreading all over the Middle East. So, hey, maybe we'll get to the plague and the locust next week. Bill O'Reilly from BillO'Reilly.com. You did a great commentary on our State of the Union coverage on Tuesday. Thank you for that. Let me start on Iowa and take this day by day. Iowa. The results are still unknown. What the hell happened, Bill?
Well, the Iowa vote counters went to the Mideast to count the locusts.
Right.
And that.
Right.
So that's what delayed it.
Mm-hmm.
So Pete Buttigieg is the big winner in Iowa, but nobody cares. So I don't know if that's going to help Mayor Pete, but I think it will.
I think it will. It already is. Looking at the polls in New Hampshire, already,
right.
And it turns out that it looks like Bernie Sanders actually won in Iowa, 23 to 22 or 24 to 23, something like that, just by a razor's edge. But he won, so he's not getting the bounce that he would have gotten. Instead, it's all going to Pete Buttigieg.
Right, because Sanders should have wiped him out.
Right.
Buttigieg is an interesting character because you really don't know what he stands for. You don't know because he's never sat for a serious interview with anybody. The debates are jokes. They just ask a question, the gal can answer whatever they want. Nobody holds them accountable for what they say. So I don't know what Pete Buttigieg's vision of the country is, for example.
Nobody is going to sit. I mean, think about let's say he just is starting to do well, and he becomes the nominee. Who is he going to sit with that's going to ask him hard questions? No one.
No one. And he knows, and his people know, that he doesn't have to. That nobody's demanding that he do it. So, for example, open borders. Does Pete Buttigieg support open borders? Would he deport people? Is he a single-payer healthcare guy? What's his healthcare vision? What would he do with taxes? Would he raise corporate taxes and personal taxes? Nobody knows. All Pete Buttigieg, and I said this before, and I really think this is the best analogy. He looks like a cast member of Happy Days. Every time I see him, I go, "Where's Chachi?" He's a young, very articulate, but so are the Happy Days crew. And he goes around and he says stuff, and I don't know what. 3 minutes after he says something, I can't remember what he said. But he's got deficits. For some reason, African Americans don't like Pete Buttigieg. I don't know why they don't like him.
They're church-going, basic, moral principle believing people.
You think it's a gay thing with him?
Oh, it absolutely is. I mean, you remember Proposition 8? The Mormons and the Catholics got the heat for making sure Proposition 8 didn't happen in California. It wasn't them. The biggest outspoken and force as a voting bloc against Proposition 8 in California was the African American vote.
That might be
culturally it just doesn't work there.
So he gets 30% of the Democratic machine, African Americans, and you'd have to say very conservative Hispanics, not going to vote for him. That's a pretty big deficit.
And I will tell you this. I think this is different. When Obama was coming in, it was the first black president, so it was history, et cetera, et cetera. This would be history too, the first gay president. But I think that people don't. People have changed. It's not like the first black president anymore. Now, when you say, well, you got to vote for him because he's whatever, fill in the blank, gay, they will look at that as, oh, geez, now we're going to have an activist. And I think people are tired of the activists. They're tired of, we did the gay marriage and everything, and things are moving along. And so there's that group that would say, so it's not going to be a problem. I don't care if he's gay or not. And I think that's probably most Americans, maybe. But then you have those who might support him because of that would say, I just don't want any more activism. What is that going to mean?
But he's not really an activist. He's not campaigning. He's campaigning as, I'm a nice guy. I'm smart, and I'm young and vibrant, and elect me. Mm-hmm. Now, he's going to get hurt in South Carolina and some of the biggest states. So, yes, Buttigieg will probably do well next Tuesday. And then all the press will run up and it'll be Buttigieg, because they're desperately, they being the media, seeking someone who can be competitive with Donald Trump. But I don't see Buttigieg as the nominee. I don't think that's going to happen. I don't know who it's going to be. I was a Biden predictor, but Biden really, he can't raise money now. I mean,
Biden is. If Biden comes in right now, he is in the polls in New Hampshire. He's in 4th place. If Biden is in 4th or 5th place, he's done. He's just done.
Well, he'll win South Carolina even if he performs poorly in New Hampshire. So I don't think he's done. And then tonight, I think you're going to see Biden be a lot more aggressive because he almost has to be in the debate, right?
Oh, there's a debate tonight?
Yeah, Beck.
Oh, yeah. I've already got that on my calendar. I'm watching that start to finish tonight. I can't
I'll be
wait.
tweeting at Bill O'Reilly.
Okay.
Everybody sign up for the tweets so you don't have to watch. I'll tweet it. You'll know what's going on. And
that's what I'm looking for, Bill. That's what I'm looking for. Take the bullet for us.
And do whatever you want.
Yeah,
he's got to go hard at Buttigieg, though, doesn't he, Bill? I mean, this is it. I mean, if he loses, if he gets destroyed in New Hampshire, and I know what you're saying about South Carolina because his polls have been so solid among black voters in particular, he's been holding that line. But if he loses 3 states in a row, they may abandon him.
No, they won't. He'll win South Carolina. Black vote is very loyal, and they'll stay with him because of the Obama connection. But tonight, I expect scorched earth from Joe Biden, as much as that could be.
I don't know what that even means with Joe Biden anymore. He used to be that guy. I don't think he has the fight in him anymore. I really don't.